Hello, magical people. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to get into our astrology horoscope for Monday, December 8th and Tuesday, December 9th. Can you guys believe we are almost halfway through December, almost at the end of another Gregorian year? It just feels like time is flying by. Absolutely crazy. So, thank you guys all so much for joining me. And I'd really appreciate if you press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and consider leaving a comment below to help with the channel's growth. It's greatly appreciated. Cool. We've got Montana in the house. Hello, Wendy. How's it going, everybody? Chrissy says last day for Meg's workshop at 1. Anyone else feeling wonky today? I feel like I'm being drugged to the finish line. LOL. Yeah, it's a little wonky. It's a little wonky week, wonky next few days, but definitely week. Nothing too crazy, I don't think. But today we're going to talk about how we have exact Mars square Saturn. No exact aspects tomorrow, but Mars square Saturn can be pretty freaking heavy. And we're leading up to Wednesday, Neptune going direct in Pisces for the last time in our lives. So yeah, it can feel a little bit on the heavier side for a lot of us the next few days. And thank you guys so much for the positive comments on my webinar that I have been doing. Today is going to be the last full day. So my 2026 astrology webinar for all 12 signs. We've been chugging along. I've been having lots of fun doing it. And I really hope that everybody that's joined in so far has really enjoyed. And whether you could join in on any of the live days, you can also catch the replay. There's unlimited replay access. So today's going to be the last day. I'm going to go live right after today's astrology horoscope at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to get into 2026 predictions for the last 3 signs: Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So if you'd like to sign up, you can go check that out at my website, megmoonbeam.com. And thank you so much to everyone that supports my work. Also, over at the Scorpling Shop, Sunny and I currently have a 10% off holiday sale on all crystals. My witchy hood is falling off. Excuse me, you guys. I felt like being in my witchy side today. Over on the Scorpling Shop, 10% off holiday sale on all crystals, jewelry, our cosmic alignment astro calendar, and more. The discount is automatically applied at checkout. And also for this holiday season, we have our astrological crystal kits back in stock. They make for really great gifts for your loved ones, stocking stuffers, great gift for yourself or any of your loved ones. Margie says, looking forward to hearing about Pisces today in the 2026 Astro webinar. I've really enjoyed it. Oh, thank you so much, Margie. I'm sending a big hug your way. Miss you. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun doing the webinar, and it's interesting how there's really a different energy for all the signs going into 2026. Hello, Carol. Love you too. Nice to see you. So, okay, let's talk about today going into tomorrow. We got Mars square Granddaddy Saturn. Okay, a little bit on the challenging side, little bit of a creative tension. Now, I do like that with this Mars square Saturn and Neptune stationing direct, that's going to be on Wednesday, which can be funky transits. Okay, we're going to get into that. I love that during the next couple days, we've got that sun in Sagittarius. We've got a Sagittarius stellium. We've got the moon in Leo. So we've got a lot of fire going on. Placements in the fire signs. Okay, I'm just going to give up on my hood because it keeps falling off. I guess I'm supposed to show my hair. So we've got the fire. With this Mars square Saturn, it's really, really interesting because these are 2 malefic planets. Okay. Oh, wow. Lioness says Mars square Saturn natally here. Interesting. Let us know if you feel, Lioness, like sharing how you feel that manifests or plays out for you. I'd love to hear. So, we're going through during this month of December 2025, these what we call mutable squares. So what the F does that mean? We've got a stellium of planets in the sign of Sagittarius, right, that are going to be all making squares to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. Now, Sagittarius is a mutable sign. Pisces is a mutable sign. And the mutable signs in astrology are the signs that are at the end of an astrological season or at the end of a natural season, right? So Sagittarius is the end of the autumn or the fall. Pisces is the end of the winter. And the mutable signs are about adaptability, change, openness, among many other things. So when we have these mutable squares going on this month, and squares, by the way, are a challenging adverse aspect, okay, which can bring tension, they can bring heaviness, especially when Saturn's involved, okay, because he's the planet that rules heaviness and reality checks, right? But squares, they're not trying to punish us. Every astrological transit has a purpose. Squares are a creative tension point. Okay. So today, exact Mars square Saturn, it's a creative tension between, look, Mars in Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius all about? Let me know in the comments, you guys. I like to make things interactive. But the first thing I think about when I think about Sagittarius is beliefs, right? Mars and Sagittarius square Saturn and Pisces. What is Pisces all about? Well, spirituality, creativity, also rules illusions. Okay. And in square aspects, we can get more of the challenging side or shadow side expressions. So, how I'm seeing these mutable squares that we're going to be having this month, first one is this Mars square Saturn. We will have Mars square Neptune later on in the week on December 14th. It's testing our beliefs. Okay, so there is a dissolving, Pisces and Neptune is about dissolving and reality checks Saturn around Mars and Sagittarius in the Sagittarius stellium, our beliefs, our philosophy, what we're holding on to. I'm also hearing Spirit say, interesting, because we don't necessarily associate Sagittarius with beliefs, but I am hearing Spirit say long-term goals. This is a time where I feel it's very important for us to literally clean ourselves. And this may sound kind of weird, but physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, cleaning your spaces around you as well to make space for the new that is coming forward. 2026, I know I've been talking about it a lot, and some of you guys may be sick of me talking about it, but this is a whole new energy going into 2026. This is the breaking point, the new energy that we've been waiting for. And these mutable squares, I feel, are like a creative tension point of cleansing out heaviness in our lives. That could be literal, physical heaviness around us in terms of feng shui, like objects that we have around us, or the heaviness of beliefs, philosophies, belief system, information that we hold on to. The shadow side of Sagittarius is being kind of like addicted to your beliefs, getting on the line of being preachy and not being open, right? So we want to be open this week with this Mars square Saturn, Mars square Neptune, these mutable squares. We're also leading up to, on the solstice, Sun square Saturn, Sun square Neptune, Venus square Saturn, Venus square Neptune, right? So Mars, Sun, and Venus will all square Saturn and Neptune this month in these mutable squares, which can feel heavy in the sense of maybe there's some long-term goals, or maybe there's some things, and it could be anything that we've been holding on to that I'm hearing Spirit say just doesn't fit anymore, right? Just doesn't fit. So go with the flow. Pay attention to, I always like to say, the stage direction of the universe. And what do I mean when I say the stage direction of the universe? I personally think of life as like a play. We're in this theatrical production right now. We're in this movie. We're all playing different roles. And when you're an actor, when you're on stage, you receive stage direction by the director, producer, whatever you're doing. and it helps everything go with the flow. So, what I mean by stage direction of the universe is if something is just not working out for you right now, or if you know deep down inside that something is not in alignment, let it go. Follow the stage direction on the universe. And on the reverse, if there's something that maybe feels kind of weird and maybe you're uncomfortable with, but it's becoming so obvious through it working effortlessly or signs or synchronicities or your own personal feelings that something is in alignment, you need to pay attention to that too. There's going to be a lot of breakdown this week of beliefs, long term goals, plans. Okay, Sagittarius, and I do have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. But one of the other shadow sides of Sagittarius is like over optimism, over hope. Oh, that's going to work out, and that'll work out by this time this year, and everything's going to be okay. I don't even have to try. It's just going to work out. Saturn in square is going, mm-mm, mm-mm. You need to pay attention to practicality, reality checks, realism. We're souls, Sagittarius, having this, beautiful spiritual experience, but Saturn, we're also in a physical body where we need to get shit done. And sometimes there needs to be a little bit of realism. Okay, so we can have this theme of in our personal lives or in the collective this week, and especially today with this Mars square Saturn, clashing of beliefs, clashing of visions of the future, right? And I love that we're leading up to on Wednesday, Neptune is stationing direct in Pisces for the last time in our lives. Neptune direct at home in Pisces. So we're coming to the end of this Neptune at home in Pisces transit. The illusions are falling away. And I've been talking to some friends about this lately about how there are illusions on all sides. Okay. We have all, whether you are on the left or the right or the middle or upstairs or downstairs, whatever side of the aisle, there, Neptune and Pisces, we have been fooled. We have been lied to. We have been uh, deceived. I'm using a Scorpio intense word. There has been illusions all around us. So most of us are going to have a breakdown of beliefs this month or a breakdown of things that we thought were real. And it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. Okay. But we have some really positive transits going on at the same time that are supporting us. Yes, Chrissy. Thank God Neptune direct. So Neptune direct, things will get a little bit clearer. Okay. Not totally clear because Neptune and Pisces is the fog. It's not really clarity, but things, okay, we start to get a little bit more clear, right? We are leading up also to Mercury in an opposition to Uranus exact on Wednesday. So that can be a little bit hyperactive, nervous tension, sporadic. We're still in Mercury post shadow period until December 17th. So I feel like this is also an important next couple days or next few days rather to really be mindful of our conversation, what we're putting out there, what we're putting our energy towards as well. Yeah, it can feel heavy. Saturn and squares can feel heavy, and things can come up around where we have been putting our energy, Mars, and has that even made sense? Or has that not made sense? Right? Carol says, interesting. Yesterday with clients was all about using your breath to create space within your body, releasing and filling it with purposeful affirmations. One more time, the stars are guiding us. I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah, and it's important for us to pay attention to the reality checks. I do like that we have the moon in Leo, so that's definitely a light energy. We're more in our hearts. And speaking of the sign of Leo, you guys, I'm very, very excited that tomorrow, Tuesday, December 9th, at what time are we going to be doing it? Shoot. Did we say 3 p.m.? It starts for me midnight Belgium time. At 6 p.m. EST, I'm going to be doing a live interview with the Leo King astrologer, David Palmer. I am so excited. So tune in on my YouTube, Rumble, or X channels at 6 p.m. EST. So excited to talk with David about his Hypergate AI 2026, see what else we get into. Really, really looking forward for that. Going to be lots of fun. So tune in live or catch the replay, you guys. And just want to share too that, okay, we got some good news from RFK Jr. This is a X post he retweeted from Trump saying today the CDC vaccine committee made a very good decision to end their hepatitis B recommendation for babies, the vast majority of whom are at no risk of hepatitis B, a disease that is mostly transmitted sexually or through dirty needles. The American childhood vaccine schedule long required 72 jabs for perfectly healthy babies, far more than any other country in the world and far more than is necessary. In fact, it is ridiculous. Many parents and scientists have been questioning the efficacy of this schedule, as have I. This is why I have just signed a presidential memorandum directing the Department of Health and Human Services to fast track a comprehensive evaluation of vaccine schedules from other countries all around the world and better align the U.S. schedule so it is finally rooted in the gold standard of science and common sense. Okay, well, I think that's some good news. I don't know about you guys, but that is some good news. And some of you may have remembered when I did my full moon in Gemini video, I think it was last week for the collective and all 12 signs, I made the prediction we're going to have some drama and some secrets being revealed about some podcasters and journalists and people in the media. And I can't get into all of it, but holy smokes, you guys, I've bookmarked. There's so many weird dramas and gossips that came out. We've got Milo, who I personally absolutely love. He's come back on the scene. He is a journalist and a really good thinker and commentator. Milo is back on the scene on the podcast circuit, and he's been exposing Benny Johnson. I won't get into the specifics of that, but if you want to go see that, you can go to Milo's X. We've got Ian Carroll calling out Nick Fuentes. We've got, Candace versus TP USA. Just so much going on. So I thought that was really funny. There's a lot of random secrets and dramas happening with all these podcast people coming up. So, okay, you guys, I can't make today's horoscope too long because I got to go do day 4 of our 2026 astrology predictions webinar, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. But before I do that, let's pull some cards for our next couple days. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my interview with the Leo King and Wednesday for the next astrology horoscope. Let's see, what is our guidance universe for the next couple of days with Mars square Saturn? We're getting ready for Neptune stationing direct. We've got the Strength card, the Wheel of Fortune, ooh, the Magician. Oh my God. And the Queen of Pentacles. Whoa, this is 3 major arcana cards. Holy shit. Strength, Wheel of Fortune. These are all very positive. And the Magician. So this is making me feel like, and the Queen of Pentacles. It's like when we have these, and I'm going to say something which may sound kind of weird, but I've personally noticed, and I don't know if this is because I'm a Scorpio or what, but on days where we actually have more of the adverse, challenging transits, I actually feel better on those days than the days where we have like Venus sextile Jupiter, Sun trine Venus. I don't know why the heck that is, if that's because I'm a crazy Scorpio or what, but I actually feel pretty good today with this Mars square Saturn. And I feel, this is where astrology is helpful because if you're mindful of the challenging aspects, you know that stuff is going to come up to the surface, Magician, and you can work with that energy consciously, right? So for me personally, Jens and I are getting ready. We're going to North America for the next couple months. We're going to go house hunting in Alberta. There's next few months actually. There's a bunch of stuff happening. We're having house sitters come stay at the house. There's like all these practical things, Mars square Saturn, that I'm having to do, but it's like when you face what needs to be done, you go with the natural flow, you can be really empowered using your creative power, okay? Because we live in a realm of duality where there is light and there is dark, right? And seeing what these times have in store for us. Look at this. You have strength in new beginnings. The cycle restarts. Why isn't that zooming in? Sorry, you guys. Let's get that to zoom in. There we go. Change, chance, fate have. I think, to be honest with you, it feels like a lot of these beliefs and things that we've been holding on to, we're going to feel lighter when we let those things go. Like I've been having to clean, giving the example of we're getting ready for these house sitters to take care of our cats while we're gone. And we're like cleaning every inch of this house. We're throwing all this stuff out and it feels really good. And it changes the fate. It changes the energy when you clean your house, when you spiritually clean yourself, when you also clean your beliefs. Like I've had that recently too around a few things where it's like, you know what? I don't need to hold on to this certain thing anymore. I don't need to be into this subject so hard anymore. Like it's a waste of energy. And when we let go of anything that's heavy or a waste of our energy, the wheel of fortune turns. It brings in more fate. It brings in more luck. It brings in more positive energy. So I feel like this is a really actually positive week, even though at the surface of it, you could go, okay, Mars square Saturn, Neptune direct in frickin' Pisces, Venus square the nodes, Mars square Neptune. It's like, it's not a punishment. It's our journey to prepare for what we're stepping into as we go into 2026. And bonus card, Queen of Pentacles. She is all about abundance and groundedness and generosity. Be generous to yourself, generous to others. Focus on home, family, success, and abundance. And there's gifts coming in those areas. Well, that's very nice. I hope that resonated with you guys. And yeah, I'm going to go head over to my 2026 webinar. If you'd like to join us for the last day, we're starting in just about 5 minutes. You can go to megmoonbeam.com and sign up. And if you can't join in today, there's unlimited replay access. You can purchase the webinar, watch it anytime you like. I am offering personal astrology readings and also reading gift certificates over on my website. So you guys can go check that out. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me in 2026, you better do it sooner rather than later because I am fully booked until March at the moment. So yeah, love you all so, so much. Thank you for joining. Let me know how you're all feeling in the comments and I'll see you all very soon. Bye everyone.